Squad Squad, explore the ghost town.
Alright.
That'll be easy then. There won't be likely to be any argy-bargy of people, will there?
Okay, kick you more harder. There you go.
Yeah.
Bread. Just bread. There's no...
Moldy bread.
Yeah. Oh, guys! Hey, guys! Look what I found! I found a weird
this is
brown
important.
brick. Oh wait, no. Look like that's bread too.
Maria's family.
Oh.
Buried near the church. I wanted to bury her and the kids here too.
God damn, Tom! Jesus Christ!
Oh well.
Get some Prozac.
Alright, let's see. Wow, they weren't kidding when they called it a ghost town. There's nobody here.
Because when we pass through the diner, it reminds me of... I think it's the second official of the episodes of Love, Death, Robots, which is called Pre-Robots.
Let me try something.
Yes,
Let me try
Liz.
something. Echo!
A little. But no, if you have Netflix and you are above age 18, hopefully, give it a try to this particular series, Love, Death, Robots. It's a series of short, but it's best described with what if the Animatrix met the Twilight Zone and was actually funny to look at.
Wait, that sounds a bit like Black Mirror. Now that you mentioned
Oh shit!
Is that a bomb?
Seems like it, yeah.
What's a bomb doing in a ghost town?
Well, whatever. It's disabled.
What if it blew up?
Well, it
I'm
did.
sure that won't come back to haunt us.
Do you get a game over it?
Don't worry, Leaves. Marcus just awkwardly flailed his arm around it. That was fine.
Well, Dwebs, you know how these games work. We just get back to the latest checkpoint anyway.
So they said it has a motion sensor. Does that mean that if you run too fast towards it, it explodes?
No, it doesn't reflect in the gameplay.
Oh, okay.
Something's odd, though. This place is abandoned. Why would there be bombs armed to the teeth and not in use?
Because the pipeline, I think, bring water towards the settlement.
But think about it, though. I mean, well, strategically wise, there'd be no reason for this to be all bombed up here.
Oh yeah, fun fact. Oh yeah,
but it was nice of them to leave. It was nice of them to leave ammo boxes around for us.
Oh, that's one thing. Abandoned cities have loads of
Pedro.
ammo.
Fun fact, you know how in these games, just like in Dark Void, we have to take cover behind the hotset, and only then we can. Hold on.
You know, but they have to use a pumpkin to reflect the enemy attacking.
Fire! We're gears! Gears! Get your hands off those goddamn charges! Did you rig the pipeline?
That may have been the most regal-sounding hobo I've ever heard before.
Stop this thing from spreading! Just let me get on with the job!
What thing? You got an epidemic?
How the hell should I know? It's some kind of fever!
Huh.
Disco fever.
Quite topical for the current situation we're on.
Well, I hope it doesn't end like they did for us, Pedro.
Well, sadly, too, this pandemic is even worse, as you're about to see.
People going crazy, but whatever.
Leave me alone!
Hey, come back! We need to know where else you've laid charges.
Mate.
Okay, so this ghost town may not be as much a ghost town as we thought.
It seems like it, yeah.
I hope it's not contagious.
Well, if it's it's an epidemic, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, it is. But anyway, remember how, again, like in Dark Void, we need to take cover behind the occiput before we can climb it?
Yeah.
The interesting thing is that Gears 4 does add an extra way to climb over obstacle. However, you have to be running towards the object and press the B button. Yeah, and press it, but I don't think I said it in the commentary though. It hasn't. You have to be running towards the object and press B at the right time to climb over. That's so unpractical. Why can't we just have a jump button?
I guess the idea behind it is the fact that the character is running so much and keeps the momentum, so it makes it easier for it to just climb the obstacles while running, rather than just having to position itself.
I guess the major question in that case is why not just do what Sonic Across the World did and give us a parkour system?
I don't know, Joe. A parkour system in this kind of game doesn't really make sense. If you ask me.
A game about bulky people going around and being tanks. Agility should not be the game, priority.
When I say parkour system, I'm talking about more like, just automatically vaulting over the ledge when you're running towards
Yeah,
it.
that I can agree with. The Final Fantasy VII Remake does that,
system.
actually. So yeah, that they could have implemented something like that, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's just because
Those sounds are not good.
Hello?
Ma'am, are you okay?
Marcus, what do you think?
What happened?
Just waiting for the discretionary headshot. There we go.
It's spread to humans.
Also, someone has loved Resident Evil in the team.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty much a Resident Evil zombie reveal.
just a bit faster, but yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's clear that Cliff is a horror fan.
Okay, so this is new. Humans can now be turned lambent.
With the imbued with emotion.
And that means that these guys are a lot faster too.
Yeah.
And explosive.
Yeah. Again, like.
Okay, maybe we should put those charges back where we found them, exit the city, and let the kingdom come.
No. Yeah. This is exactly the problem. That kind of problem that I was talking about. Because when Cliff stopped directing these games, the horror angle that these games have always had that distinguished them from other games of its genre disappeared, and it's something that I really miss. Yeah.
Maybe that's part of why I just don't find the monster designs in the later games as cool. Because, these games, they're definitely fueled by, the idea to mystify, to dazzle you with how horrifying these designs could be. And they were constantly thinking outside the box with new ways to freak you out. When that left the building, well, then not as much the passion into the monster design came.
Yeah. That's the thing too. I understand what you were saying for when it comes to the story in context justification of them climbing the object like that. But from a gameplay standpoint, it just feels so impractical to me. And I feel like something akin to what Joba just said, like a Final Fantasy VII Remake style of thing where Cloud just goes over the object automatically. I think they would have worked just fine. There's no...
I guess it risks to get in the way of the actual main mechanic of taking cover behind an object, before shooting, because it may cause an accidental thing where you want to take cover, but instead the character jumps over automatically.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where think of it like this. How about this? We could have had something like this.
I'm up two buttons, one map towards taking cover and the other getting towards getting over the obstacle. I don't know.
I think it's one of those cases too where they could have had something where they could have programmed it, because I've seen games do this. They could have programmed it so that...
Have it be that when you automatically press up against the surface of the wall that you can climb over, the character climbs over.
Yeah, what Jova said. Or we can also have something like where if you press the D-pad forward while you're touching a thing that's climbable for more than like a second and a half, then he climbs over. However, the game will still give you that little bit of time that you need to keep it pressed just to make sure you don't accidentally climb over it. Like if you want to take cover, if you want to take cover, the game will still require you to just go there, go towards the object, press the cover button, and you'll just take cover, because you didn't you have to press forward while touching the object for like a second and a half. I think that's like a good way to prevent players from accidentally climbing over it.
I suppose.
I think it's one of those cases where, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this isn't by no means ruins the game or anything like that. It's just a little minor nitpick that I think, considering how many games we've had in this series, you'd think by this point they would have figured out a better way to do this. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's how you do it. Here's how I think you do it. If there's no enemies around and you're not in the middle of battle, have it be that you automatically go over the ledge. However, if you're in the middle of battle, have it be that you have to press a button prompt to get you over the ledge.
Yeah, that's actually more like it.
Yeah, sure. I guess we can go with that instead.
Anyway, back to this game. You gotta love those discretionary shots. Like, whenever the monster is facing away and the guy approaches it going, "Ma'am," or "Sir, are you alright?" And you gotta wonder what's going through their mind. Okay, I'll let them think that I need help, but then right as they touch my shoulder, that's when I'll turn around and scoop the bejesus out of them
dramatic
and
effect.
then eat them or
Yes.
something. You gotta wonder if that's what's going through like the
Vulcan.
zombie or a monster's mind.
Taste Vulcan,
Ooh.
bitches!
It's the dubstep gun.
Yeah, pretty much. A gun so powerful, it gives the dub to your sound system.
The only good lambent is an exploded lambent.
So, yeah, okay. I gotta talk about this though. The reveal of lambent humans is so great because it messes with how you think. Like, the games have been teaching you for the most part, okay, locusts are the main bad guys. Then come the end of Gears of War 2. Okay, so we also have lambent to deal with, but only locusts can become them. But it turns out, oh crap, not only do we have to watch out for some humans, we gotta watch out for humans.
Well, Jova, technically, Jova, the games never established that only humans that humans cannot turn into this. This was never.
Not just that.
Oh no!
It makes us
I get that. What I'm saying is like, well, the games always gave you a feeling that humans can never turn lambent. I'm not saying that they understood they couldn't.
It makes already the already dire situation even worse because now humans have another thing to look out for.
That being said, though, the human lambent idea after this act pretty much drops away from the game, so it doesn't come back after this.
Oh,
maybe it's expanded. Maybe it's expanded more in the comics. Who knows?
I don't know.
Go read Gears of War issue 695B in order to find out what happened at the end.
I don't think there are that many issues. That said, though, for this act, I can.
It's like you exaggerate stuff, but people know what the point is. But I've forgotten what the names.
Oh, it's
cutscene.
okay.
Hyperbole. Brothers to the end.
Thanks for the assist.
Years. You're the last people we expected to see.
Oh, it's Yuri Lowenthal.
Are you feeling okay?
Fine, so far. But he's not looking too good.
Oh dear.
Okay, now it's becoming too real. Okay, Marcus, you need to stay 1 meter away.
Yeah, seen this before? Because this ain't just rust.
Excuse me, we were trying to have a conversation. Don't kill Yuri Lowenthal, please.
Wow.
Too late.
Hi, I'm Yuri Lowenfeld. I'm dead now.
Okay, so.
Okay, I guess he should have done the same thing the character he voices does in Bayonetta, where he sees the threat. He's like, oh,
That felt like Duos was directing that scene.
Yeah.
Pedro, I'm not a big fan of that kind of trope, so I wouldn't do it.
What trope? I don't get it.
The trope of just bringing in a character only to kill him off like.
That.
Seconds in because,
Honestly, I get the feeling the entire point of that character was just to, not just that, but also serve as a false sense of security. I get that. I don't think we were meant to care about him, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta remember, just because someone speaks does not necessarily make them a character so much as it makes them a walking plot device.
I'm not expecting in Gears of War 4 to be a character. There'll be a character who walks in. He doesn't even say the word "hi" before he gets shot.
I don't know. I kind of wish something like that would happen. At least that would be more. That would break off the monotony of those cutscenes, to be honest.
Let me put it like this.
It'll go something like this, you know. Hey, do you know where the supplies are?
Well, Dwibs, how about this?
The reason it works here is because it gives you a false sense of security, and in some cases it can be used like a funny joke. Case in point, the swordsman from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it when it's done. I like it better when it's done for laughs, not drama.
Comedic effect.
Well, you can kind of argue this was kind of meant to be kind of dark humor as well. So.
Yeah, true. It's like, oh, you thought it was all safe? Nope.
All right. Okay. Basically.
Jesus Christ! These laments are coming in mass.
Well, let me put it like this, Twiz. What do you prefer, this or cutscenes where just all you do see is bland characters spouting out lame jokes? Because that's all you're gonna get in Gears 4. I can tell you right now. But we'll get that.
Well, Pedro, can I take a third option?
Sorry, there is no third option.
Well, very easy. Not playing the game.
Well, yeah. There's that, yeah. But
There's
don't worry,
no
Dwebs.
third option, but there are
That's okay,
fourth
Dweb.
and fifth games.
Don't worry, Dwebs. I played that game, so you don't have to.
Well, I don't have an Xbox One anyway,
Clear
so
for now.
Well, you can play it on PC.
You have a PC.
my PC isn't powerful enough.
Oh, it's a toaster like mine.
And it's on Xbox Ultimate Game Pass, meaning all Jova has to do to play it, he has to spend only $1 to play it.
Nice. So, guys, I guess we could say that this wasn't exactly the town reunion that Dom was hoping for.
Nah, you think?
Okay, can anything go right for once in Dom's life?
Like, dang, now his
The
hometown
world
is
is
quite...
literally hammering down on him on all fronts.
That is a character trope that I'm used to and kind of enjoy. I mean, I like. There's characters in House and Red Dwarf that have that.
Well,
Cosmic Combat.
The character who, while you can see why others would see him as a bit of a hard ass, you also do feel for him, and that nothing ever goes right.
well, yeah, that's why it's called a tragic character.
Like House in House or Women in Red Dwarf. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah.
Don't wait for me if anything
And now
goes
it's
wrong.
implied that Dom may have had kids who are dead, too.
Speaking of Dom,
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
it's a cemetery, I think.
Yeah.
He told us that people he knew are buried here.
Let's just hope corpses can't become lambent, too.
At least there's a convenient. The game he searches conveniently the one.
there you go,
Place
Flores.
here.
That's Maria's family name.
So, it's implied that he not only lost his wife, but apparently they had kids who are dead, too, since he wanted to bury them as well.
Well, remember, Joe, but Maria did mention the kids in that flashback scene in Gears 2, so we already knew about this.
Baby, I'm sorry I couldn't bring you home. But you're with the kids now. That's home, yeah?
So there you go, Joe, but the kids died first, it seems.
Damn.
Look, Marcus is busy saving the world again, so
Oh no, he's doing the thing of talking to the gravestone.
Well, it's all he's got. Sadly.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the game, Dom is either one dead or B going insane on his own.
Well, let's
Maybe
just pray for him to hold it together.
There you go.
It's like, it kind of reminds me of. Okay, I know it's not exactly the same, but it kind of but the tone of this scene kind of reminds me of a funeral scene in Logan. I won't say whose, because
Yeah.
Yeah, the overall art direction feels very similar too, as well. I would say.
So, I think this film predated Logan.
This game, yes.
So this game, sorry, because Logan came out in 2017.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That's a noise.
This game came out in 2011. So
yeah,
Logan ripped this game
Wolverine
off.
X-Men Origins
You
came
hacks.
out.
Totally.
Yeah, I tell. Jova 2011 was when First Class came out.
Oh, right. Yeah. Origins was 2009. My bad.
Fuel's
Yeah.
online. Stand by.
It's leaking.
There you go. Got the fuel finally. All right. Now all we have to do is go back. That should be easy, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not even for me out a sea of
Hang on,
corpses.
hang on a minute, you idiots! You're not supposed to run fuel when the pipe is leaking.
Oh no.
Well, Debs, do you have any better ideas? Because we don't have any equipment to fix it.
Oh no, I know this one. When Dom jumps on top of one of the stone buildings, like, let them come. They will know that in this
Well,
place there's
just-
still a person breathing.
Just make sure no one has a match.
Well,
And then Marcus peeks at the door and he's like, oh, it's a cave troll. Jesus.
You gotta wonder how lambent humans think. Like, locusts, they tend to get all their
Well,
directives
they're
from the
very
queen.
animalistic, I can say that.
yeah, they're the typical zombies in video games that we see.
Only very fast.
Yeah, that's
Apparently, apparently on Sarah there wasn't an equivalent of John Romero.
Yeah, lambent humans are deceptively agile. So
It
much
seems
so
that in video games, zombies have either two settings, way too fast or way too slow.
Dom, what's the fastest way back to the fuel station?
just cut through the vaults under the church. It used to be an air raid shelter in the Pendulum Wars.
Sure.
Cleared out the lambent.
I've always said bot, I hope, for a second. Sorry, I'm too used to typos.
Alright, Joe was just checking if there's any missing ammo that I missed. Never mind, go ahead.
I've played Ace Attorney way too. Oh, I've watched Ace Attorney.
So I do
way too
wonder
much.
how much exposition to the emulsion causes the mutation.
That's the thing too. Like, unfortunately, this game at least never actually goes into the specifics of it. Again, maybe the comics, I don't know.
Because
But
we
did you
saw
mean
at the end of a previous game that the Brumak only needed to step into the emulsion in order to mutate, even though in the first game we dropped one of the corpses, but that killed him instead of mutating it.
Also,
whatever.
Tio, don't you mean exposition makes it sound like you get the disease through being talked to about the film too much?
We can definitely assume that exposure was the cause, seeing as how there's plenty of that lambent juice around.
Air raid shelter. In the meantime, hold on, go ahead. Okay, in the meantime,
I told you should have plugged up all the leaks, but did you listen to me?
He needed to use a flex tape.
You see, I was right.
Hashtag Dubs was right.
I used this laser to show these locusts in half.
To recap what they were saying, basically, like they've established, emulsion is actually also serves as a primary fuel source, which is why that's actually why the Pendulum Wars were a thing, where humans were fighting over the emulsion.
An ideal comparison towards countries fighting for oil, essentially.
I think I can get what went wrong here. This town runs on emulsion, but it looks like there was a terrible leak which got out of hand, and well, it looks like the humans either breathed it in or got badly exposed to it.
I do agree with Pedro, though this should have been explained a bit better, to be honest. Oh, great,
Locusts. Great, you guys.
And very armed too.
If it's not lambent, it's locusts.
Alright. Where was it? Yeah. So basically, this also explains a bit about the Pendulum Wars. Was basically, like Theo said, a parallel to humans fighting for oil, basically.
We've seen also at least part of it, thanks to the comics included in the Ultimate Edition of the first game. But yeah.
Indeed.
Watch the sides, grapplers coming up.
Oh, great, that too. Like, please, fill in with some more enemy types while you're at it.
Yes, let's throw.
See, we have human lambents, we have locusts. How about
everybody's here
to get healed. I wouldn't be surprised if a Brumak shows up from the tunnel at this point.
Fortunately, not.
Oh boy.
Not a Brumak in this section, no.
Plot twist, it's a lambent Brumark.
Oh god.
Well, no,
technically we already had that as the final boss of Musketeers 2.
And it was way too big, so no, that it doesn't pass through that tunnel.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, that actually. Yeah, thinking about it. Yeah, that really draws back the home of how disappointing that final boss was. You have a lambent Brumak, and the boss battle is pretty much a very scripted, quick, 10-second thing.
Well, again, as I mentioned for the final part of that game, there's also the fact that when you really get down to it, it's like if the game did not have a final boss in mind, and Marcus just was careless enough to have the Brumak step into the emulsion, and that was it. Oh great, an air attack on both sides.
Yep, human lambent from one side.
Yeah, that lambent froze in mid-animation.
Wow.
Oh, fantastic, and now proper lambent too. Like, once again, can you fill the screen with more enemy types while you're at it?
Let's throw everyone in the kitchen sink too.
Lambents and locusts and humans, oh my.
Oh my.
Lambent, locusts, proper lambents living together, mass hysteria.
Oh,
hell, honestly, I am surprised that the Queen hasn't showed up actually proposing a truce with the humans just to defeat the Lambents.
She's too prideful. She doesn't want
That's-
to.
Yeah, too petty. Oof.
That's to say, technically she has a reason for hating humankind. Technically.
Yeah, she does. But however, we'll only expand upon that in Gears 5.
Honestly, the only few, if the next couple of games did not exist, and this was the conclusion of the trilogy, at this point, my current theory on the Locust would be that their beasts were created during
Alright,
the
cutscene.
Pendulum Wars in order to aid the humans, but revolt against them.
Alright, this is important, so pay attention.
Would not be far off the mark. We'll see what it
I
actually is.
play Warhammer 40k, Joel. I know my shit.
Oh dear.
DZ, you wanna get out?
There's too many! We're not gonna make it! Hold them off! Just hold them off!
So how are we gonna get out of this one?
Good question.
Dom, no. Dom,
Dumb, what are you thinking?
no. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Get out of there! Jump!
Sorry, Teo.
Oh.
What's our status then?
Oh, you're just in time, Dibs. Basically, we
Our
would be.
status is that
We were
looking
we were
pretty
incredibly
sure that Dom
outnumbered.
might have
Yeah,
something.
we're incredibly outnumbered. So Dom decided to take the initiative and take one for the team. Yeah, there you go. See, as you can see, Dibs, we're literally about to get mauled by outnumbers. So there you go. Dom is about to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Dom, what the fuck are you doing?
I think the subtitles say certain things.
Do it!
Oh boy.
He's gonna blow up everything. There you go. There's, he's about to do exactly what you said. We're
Wait, wasn't it you who called it actually?
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah,
Whatever,
let's
but
no.
I thought by the end
What
of the
I said-
game, not now.
What
Oh,
I said
boy.
was calling them out for being stupid about the petrol pumps.
Play with them like this, huh? Hurry up!
Wow,
Oh,
it's
and,
like the
and
game's
there's
talking.
bad word. Of course, we had to use it here. Oh, it's an instrumental version. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, it'd be tragic if the team got blown
Oh
up as well.
no, now I remember. This was the moment Josh Kocher was talking about. Oh, I guess I had it blocked until now. Jeez.
Yep.
Wait, you didn't tell me we were at the finale already.
No, we're not.
No, Dribs.
Well,
Nor
think about it. This now this became even more personal for Marcus,
And hey, you
which
gotta
means
give Dom-
that bitch queen has got to pay.
And you know what? You know what? Gotta give Dom credit. That is quite the metal way to go out.
Think of this as the
place you grew up with.
think of this as
Yeah.
the equivalent of this game to the opening of Expendables 2, where that Chris Hemsworth's brother dies and the boys swear revenge.
So, which of Josh Scorcher's videos did you see this on, Tio?
Oh, I forgot which specific of the countdown, but yeah, there was one where he talked about this particular moment. It's actually rare. He normally didn't talk about Gears that much.
Unfortunately, Marcus, Dom is nothing more than cinders.
It's actually sad because this is probably the first of the Delta members to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Carmine obviously doesn't count, but of the main four characters, the Dom is the first.
Like, no lie, this one caused a lot of people to shed tears when it first happened. Like, Dom had been such an amazing character, but
Ashes
man,
to
they
ashes.
right by him. Like, that is how you do a character death, though. One that's
Oh,
earned.
you're still here too.
Well, it helps that they bother to have it happen over the course of 3 games for the purpose of. Not to mention, that, remember, this was Cliff's finale as far as he was concerned. So
once again, stakes. Logical thinking for the third title in a series of stakes needs to be higher.
Oh yeah, it's just that just because you're a main character who's been around for the first...
You're not immune.
Not immune.
Stay here and guard the truck.
And now, let's just say Marcus has a bit of brooding to work on.
Well, he already cracked up, like, damn.
You can quit tiptoeing around me.
Yeah.
He's dead. But he saved us. So we'll make sure he didn't die for nothing.
Damn straight.
yes.
Oh boy, Cole and Barrett are not going to be happy when they hear about this.
No, at all.
All right, tune in the next part, everybody, where we explore this weirdly. Yeah, I'm sure this is also an abandoned city. Whatever. And
Absolutely.
All right, see ya.
Yeah.
See ya.